In our previous class, we discussed about the physical and physiological changes occur during the age of adolescence. During this age, all the sex organs becomes complete its growth and start ready to reproduce. Now we are going to discuss about the organs involved in the reproduction. First, we are going to discuss the reproductive organs of male. In the case of male reproductive organs, some part is located outside the body and some part is inside the body. In the case of female, all the sex organs located inside the body. Male reproductive organs contains a pair of testes. Testes are located outside the body in scrotal sacs. It is responsible for the production of sperms. Testes produce sperms and store in an inactive form. Two sperm ducts or vas deferens each arise from the testis and passes up into the body to join together and form the ejaculatory duct. Two sperm duct. It's a tube. Sperm passes through this tube from testis to ejaculatory duct. One ejaculatory duct. It's a common duct for passage of urine and sperm. Sperm and urine passing through the same paths at different times. One penis. Penis is a muscular organ which transfer sperm into female body. These are the important sexual organs in male reproductive system. A pair of testes which generate sperm and two sperm ducts which pass sperm from testis to ejaculatory duct. One ejaculatory duct is a common passage of urine and sperm out to outside the body. And one penis. Penis is used to inject sperm into the female body. We already discussed that testis is located outside the body within the scrotal sacs. This is because our testis needs a temperature below our body temperature to produce sperms. Normally 2 degrees Celsius less than our body temperature. Our normal body temperature is 37 degrees Celsius. Sperm production occur only below 35 degrees Celsius because it is located outside our body. In the case of female reproductive system, in the case of male reproductive system, we know the scrotal sac including the testis and penis are located outside the body. And other parts are located inside the body. In the case of female reproductive system, all organs located outside the body. A pair of ovaries located inside the body below the abdomen. It produces ova. A female is born with a fixed number of ovum with 2 ovaries. Each ovary release 1 ova in alternate months. We already discussed that. So, a pair of ovaries are an important part of female reproductive organs is located inside the body, which is responsible for the production of ova. 2 fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes carries ova from ovary to uterus, to womb. One uterus means womb, which carry the baby inside the body. One cervix is the opening of uterus. and on vagina. Vagina is the female opening to outside the body. These are the main organs in the reproductive system of female body. When sexual intercourse occurs, sperm enters to the female body. Ovum from ovaries passing through the fallopian tube. When sperm enters to the fallopian tube, which fuses with the ova. Ova is the female gamete and sperm is the male gamete. These two meet in the fallopian tube and form a zygote. This process is known as fertilization. The nuclei of sperm and egg fuse inside the egg, forming the zygote. This fusion is termed as fertilization. This is to occur in the fallopian tube. The fertilized egg or zygote begins to divide repeatedly, and upon reaching a stage containing cells and a cavity called blastocore gets embedded in the thickened uterine wall, in which many blood capillaries have formed. That means after fertilization, the fertilized egg or zygote is transferred to the womb or uterus. It is attached to the wall of the uterus. We already tell that the wall of uterus is ready to receive this fertilized egg or zygote. A thick layer occurs and many blood vessels are attaching to them, and this zygote attached to the wall of the uterus. In case of fertilization does not occur, the egg disintegrates the thickened wall of uterus along with the capillaries break down, leading to bleeding or menstrual flow. Menstruation, we already discussed about that. The embryo is developed and form fetus and into a full-fledged individual in 280 days. We normally called as 9 months or 10 months. Exact date is 9 months, 9 days and 9 hours is the exact time of completing the development of a zygote, and born under the influence of a hormone from posterior pituitary called oxytocin. Oxytocin is responsible for the delivery of a woman because it needs to compress the uterus and push out the new baby outside the body. A cervix is open and it comes through the vagina. So the normal procedure of reproduction in human. Now we are going to discuss about the human population. What is population? Population is the number of individuals in a fixed area. It may be a district, a panchayat, or a state, or a country, or whole in the world. We can fix the area. The number of individuals. It may be human. If we take human population, it is human. If we take the population of goats, it is goat population. This, if we take the population of elephant, it is elephant population. Human population means the number of individuals, number of humans in a fixed area. We discussing about the population and its difficulties. We know the number of population is very less in ancient period. A few people lived in the earth. Earth is a very big area and they get enough food and all other resources. When the population increasing, the space in earth does not increase. The area of cultivation does not increase. The area of making house does not increase. So the resource is limited, number of population is increasing. So all the pupils need their daily needs for depend on the natural resources. So they overexploit the natural resources. They cut the forest and make houses, towns, roads, etc. It alter the environmental balance. So the population increasing, it is very difficult to attain food, shelter, etc., etc. So the country will be very conscious about the population explosion. Population explosion means increasing the population in a few small time, a shorter period. So many countries make the many laws about the controlling the population. You may hear about China. There is only one child for a parent. B2, we have only one. That is a style of Chinese. They have many problems also. There is no sufficient youths in China in now because every family have only one child. If it dies, they have no child. That is why the number of youths are decreasing. In India also, we plan many family planning and start during the 1980s and continuing now also. There are many methods to control the births. Condoms in males and diaphragm in females. It's a physical barrier to prevent the sperm reaching to egg. IUCD, copper like a copper T. It is inserted in the female body with a medical practitioner. It also protects ovum from reaching sperm. Oral contraceptive pills, many medicines used to destroy the sperm inside the female body or egg inside the female body or extend the ovulation, etc., etc. This may be harmfully affected the female body. Permanent prevention methods, vasectomy in males and tubectomy in females. We permanently stop the reproduction. We cut or damage some reproductive organs inside our body. It will affect the birth of new one. Many methods are used in our country for preventing this type of births. Then now we are going to discuss about the reproductive tract infections or sexually transmitted diseases. Some diseases transmitted sexual ways. These are known as RTIs. For example, HIV or gonorrhea, syphilis, etc., etc. All these are spread through the poor genital hygiene. If we keep poor genital hygiene and a faithful sex partner, we can avoid all the sexually transmitted diseases. Main sexually transmitted disease we discussing in our this time is HIV. HIV is a virus which affect the immunization of our body. There are a lot of other problems, syphilis, gonorrhea, herpes, etc., etc. The main symptoms are itching or soreness of genital areas or anus, blisters formed in genital areas, a discolored discharge from the in females and penis in males through vagina of females. It may be with foul smelling, pain during urination. Women also complain of pain in lower back and abdomen, etc. The symptoms of STDs. Normally, sexually transmitted diseases will more affect females because this virus can easily stay in vagina or inside the female body. We can simply avoid all the sexually transmitted disease because keep on a faithful sex partner or using correct and consistent use of condoms and other methods. HIV. HIV is human immunodeficiency virus which damage the immunization system of our body. It's a virus. HIV is a virus. AIDS is the disease caused by HIV, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. HIV is a retrovirus. Genetic material is RNA. It destroys the vital cells of the immune system and making our body with less immunization. The HIV enter to our body will act only after 10 to 15 years because a person having HIV virus shows the symptoms only after 10 to 15 years. During this time, the virus can transmit from he to all other persons. In the world, around 30 million adults and 3 million children below the age of 15 live with AIDS. HIV may be transmitted from one person to another person and through the unprotected sexual intercourse, through the infected bloods. When we donate blood, a person having HIV donate blood, the recipient also, the HIV may be affected him. Infected syringes and needles in the hospital. If we use a syringe or a needle to inject a HIV patient, then if we use the same needle to another person, the HIV may be transmitted. Infected mother to her baby in utero or through the breast milk. We can prevent it by having unfaithful sex partner, having safe sex with condom and other methods, and also in hospitals using sterilized needles. We can see now the needle will destroy after injecting. In previous time, we used needle again and again by using some sterilization. After sterilization, pregnant woman infected with HIV should seek advice from medical practitioner for safest mode of delivery and breastfeeding. If a person affected with HIV should die because we didn't find an effective medicine for HIV, but we can prevent at the starting stage. For that, we want to check our blood HIV test, and in other way to prevent HIV. After showing these symptoms, we can do anything for him. This is the end of our chapter, and you should go through them. We discussed about the sexual and asexual reproduction in plants and animals, and also human population and sexually transmitted disease.